Basketball fans, welcome back. So, Stephen Curry opens up on the Jimmy Butler trade and the pursuit of his fifth NBA championship. So, let's just talk about this. So, that blockbuster move that we saw the Miami Heat trading away Jimmy Butler after the whole Jimmy Butler sweepstakes. I mean, this was it was very messy the way Jimmy Butler left the Miami Heat, and right now he's playing for the Golden State Warriors. So in this video, I'll be talking about Stephen Curry, just talking about all that, and just go into it. So before you get started, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm loving the support I'm receiving on this platform. It really encourages me, it motivates me to make videos of this nature. And without out of the way, let's just get into it. So Stephen Curry got real on Jimmy Butler and his future with the Warriors. So I'll be playing a few snippets and clips as we move forward in this video. So let's get started. So in a recent appearance in the Steeny and Guru show, Golden State star Stephen Curry opened up on a wide range of topics relating to his career and the current state of the Golden State Warriors. So,
do you think about number 5? Can you taste it? Do you feel something?
We talked about it. Somebody asked me this summer, like, what are you still playing for? That's literally the only thing you're playing for. And when you feel far away from it because you don't have a consistent, you're not rewarded consistently with wins on a nightly basis, or there's growing pains with the team, it does kind of, knock at your confidence and your ability to imagine what it's like to be, a relevant contender. And like I said, I like where we're at right now. I think we have what it takes to do it, but I'm not fast forwarding to saying, oh, we're a championship team right now, because we have another level to get to before we get to a playoff type environment. And I'm excited about that challenge. All I wanted to be is in the fight. All I wanted was a chance. All I wanted was an ability to look across the Western Conference and say, yeah, we can go toe-to-toe with whoever, and I feel like we're knocking on that door.
Stephen Curry has been legendary. Won 4 championships, two MVPs, especially that unanimous MVP in 2016. And Stephen Curry, currently, he has nothing left to prove. And also, he won that Finals MVP in 2022. He has nothing left to prove as he plays for another NBA championship, as he mentioned. So before the February's deadline, the Warriors they were in the worst place you can ever see, because they were the bottom of the West standings. But fortunately for Steph, the Warriors made a trade for Jimmy Butler, and everything changed. So the Warriors are 12-1 since Jimmy Butler joined, and despite his past, Stephen Curry welcomed Jimmy Butler to the Warriors in open arms. So Jimmy created a lot of chaos on his way out of Miami after a fallout with Pat Riley, which he forced his way out of the Miami Heat, and he ended up being in the Warriors. So as one of the best two-way wings in the game, Butler's presence has been fundamentally, changing, and it has been able to change the franchise now for the Warriors. And right now they're just looking like a top contender in the Western Conference, looking at Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler's there. So they look like a big three, but all things considered, the West is a tough one. And we're going to see how the Warriors are going to be able to eke out a win. So with Butler and Curry, 24.5 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 6.1 assists per game, leading the way. Golden State can compete with any team in the league, and there's a growing belief that they can make another championship run in the next few years. I can even say their window is like, in the 1 or 2 years. Preferably, they can be able to win, and at least I can see Jimmy Butler just succeeding in the finals, because I've seen Jimmy Butler 2 times in the finals. He's not able to get the job done there because his huge stumbling blocks have been LeBron James with the Lakers in 2020 and Nikola Jokic in 2023 with the Nuggets. So it's been rough. So Steph confirms he will outplay his current contract. So Stephen Curry is on the verge of turning 37 years old, and the championship window is starting to close for the Warriors. But Butler's arrival has given them one last chance. But the good news is that Curry doesn't plan to quit anytime soon. Even with another 3-year and $176 million on his contract, the Stephen Curry plans to play past it. So Stephen Curry even came out and said, "I know my contract is lined up, and I'd like to play that for sure. So he's confident with how things are gonna happen, and Steph has nothing left to prove in the NBA, and his legacy as the greatest shooter ever is already set in stone. Even now, Stephen Curry continues to add onto his resume as he plays at an elite and superstar level for the Warriors. So alongside Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, Stephen Curry has once again led the Warriors to prosperity, but it won't be easy, especially in the West. So with the teams like the Lakers, who got Luka Doncic, the Denver Nuggets, who are just there on the prowl, and they're a team that you just don't want to face in the playoffs. The Thunder, who are the top of the West, and the Grizzlies on track for 50 plus games. The West is deeper than ever before, and the margin of error is very narrow. So still Curry, he's still a believer of his team, and he knows that he can still make some noise in the years that he had left. So with the Warriors playing their cards right, they could end up as champions once again, as we saw in 2022. So after we saw what happened to the Warriors in 2019, I was very skeptical with their chances of even winning, even going back to the NBA Finals. I really had a field day in making sure that anyone who's a Golden State Warriors fan, I just kept on saying it's over, everything is over, they can't do anything, especially with KD leaving Golden State, and they got D'Angelo Russell, and everything was just falling apart for the Golden State Warriors. And I enjoyed that victory lap, and I must say, in any comment section, in any chat rooms, I was really mouthing off, especially when the Lakers won the 2020 championship. That's when all hell broke loose for me. So I was just rubbing it into the Warriors, and anyone who's supporting the Warriors. So when I went ahead and saw the way the Warriors crumble in 2021, then you saw Stephen Curry say that he's gonna come back next year. I really thought it was a joke, because I think people thought that it's over, they can't come back. But they shocked us in 2022, the Warriors. They were able to go ahead and win the championship. So that was something I was not expecting to happen. I was expecting either the Celtics to be able to go ahead and do it, but they couldn't make it. I was expecting either the Bucks to go ahead and defend the title. So it was such a surprise, and it took me off guard. And even when I talked about it, I was even expecting other teams like the Dallas Mavericks, who are, I can even say at that time, they were a dark horse team. I thought that they could be able to go ahead and do it. The Memphis Grizzlies were knocking at that door. Sometimes even thought that the Clippers could be able to do it. But you could see the Warriors stayed firm, and they made some very key savvy signings at the time. They were able to do it. And this one might look like it's going to be the similar thing, because one thing is for sure. With that extension that Jimmy Butler signed, that means that he's going to be there for about 3 years, and you're going to see the Warriors go all in for a championship push. Especially, they will not be that they won't be afraid to go even over the apron if they can be able to go ahead and contend, because I know some players need to get compensated. Like Stephen Curry needs to get like about 50-60 million as he's owed. I don't know if he's going to take a pay cut. I'm not sure. Then you have Draymond Green, who's gonna want like a pay raise there. Then you can see Jimmy Butler, he's already got his bag. So and they have to also fill up the roster. So there's going to be that situation where the team will be like all in, and they're going to throw all their chips in, so that you can see if the Warriors can be able to go ahead. Even if they go up above the second apron and pay a hefty luxury tax, they still are the most valuable franchise in the NBA. So the Warriors can be able to go ahead and win it. I as a Laker fan, I personally, I do not like the Warriors, but I like watching Stephen Curry play, because man, these guys are aging out, and it's high time we start appreciating these guys. Appreciate Stephen Curry, Jimmy Butler, while they're there, Draymond Green. Now appreciate these guys, LeBron James, KD, because these guys are on their last legs, and about 2-3 years they're gonna leave the league. And Stephen Curry is just going to leave us with that 3-point record. He revolutionized the game with a 3-point shot. So it's something that is good to see. I mean, I'm rooting for my Lakers team. I feel like in the next 1 or 2 years, they can be able to get it together. Hopefully, they can be able to get it together this season. At least make the West Finals, or even make the NBA Finals. I know it's a stretch, but I think the Lakers can be able to do it if they if they play their cards right. I know they don't have like a lot of depth in the front court, but still they can. And the Warriors, I feel like they can be able to do it. I would not feel bad if they go ahead and become contenders. I know the Cavs, the Thunder are doing everything, and I'll also get to them because they have been doing spectacular things this season. But honestly, I feel it's a feel good moment, especially seeing Jimmy Butler going in a situation where he can win. So he's been multiple situations he can win. He played for the Sixers, did work out, got knocked out in the semis by Kyle Leonard's shot. He played for the Miami Heat, took them to 2 NBA finals, did work. But now maybe this is the time he can be able to break through. So it is what it is. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section what you think about this. I mean, I'm loving the NBA right now. I'm just going to keep you guys updated on everything hoops. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out.